Hello everyone, this is Randall Lim. Do you embrace Kaizen? Now, what is Kaizen? Kaizen is a Japanese philosophical concept. And in kanji, the old Chinese characters, it looks like this. Kai, Zen. Kai means change. Zen means better. So what does Kaizen mean? It means simply change for the better or improvement. What does Kaizen imply? Now, Kaizen implies three things. First, it must come from within the self. It must not be forced. It must be from within. Second, Kaizen should be incremental, step by step, progressive, not a big leap. And third, Kaizen must be continuous improvement, non-stop. A few examples in Japanese history on how Kaizen is used. First is the Japanese warriors in their combat skills, especially before the 1600s. That is before the Edo period. Another area is the Japanese craftsmen and artisans in their specialized fields, especially during the Edo period between the 1600s and the 1800s. Another area of Kaizen in Japanese history would be the Japanese Zen and Shinto philosophers in their outlooks. Also during the Edo period, that's between the 1600s and the 1800s. The fourth area is more recent, especially after 1945, that's after World War II, during the Showa period. Let's go to the first one. Warriors, the Warriors Kaizen. The Warriors Kaizen, that would be before the Edo period, before the 1600s. They will be continually refining their combat skills in between battles. And what do? They will practice their wooden swords every day. They would practice the aims in archery as well. And they will be cultivating appropriate mental states like Mushin, Zanshin, and Fudoshin. Now, if you would like to know more about Mushin, please watch my video on Mushin. If you'd like to find out more about Zanshin, do find out more. Do watch my video on Zanshin as well. Another video, and yet another video on Fudoshin, if you'd like to find out more. The second area in Japanese history where Kaizen is applied would be amongst the craftsmen and artisans. Right, the craftsmen and artisans would continually refine their skills, their crafts and their arts by three approaches. First, they'll be accepting the Shuhari approach and the Shoshin approach to learning. Shuhari, what is it? If you'd like to find out more about Shuhari, it's basically a pedagogical approach to learning. You may want to watch my video on Shuhari, as well as Shoshin. Shoshin simply means a beginner's mind. You may also want to find out more by watching another video on Shoshin. The second approach for the craftsmen and artisans, they'll be preserving tradition as far as possible. They'll try to keep and maintain the old way of doing things of their crafts and art, and innovating only when really necessary. Sometimes they need to innovate, but only when really necessary. The third area in Japanese history where Kaizen is embodied will be among the philosophers, among the Zen and Shinto philosophers. Right, for the Zen practitioners, their prolonged meditation and the scripture copying, right? This through these activities, they would find themselves continually wanting to learn more and improve. And also among the Shinto practitioners, a prolonged connection with nature, in the wilderness, in amongst nature. And after all this, they would be cultivating compassion. Both the Zen and the Shinto practitioners would eventually cultivate compassion. That is omoiyari for all living things, compassion for all living things. If you'd like to find out more about omoiyari, compassion, please watch my video on omoiyari. The fourth and final area in Japanese history where Kaizen is used or embodied is after World War II, post-World War II businesses, right? They continually refine their product innovation and quality by 4 approaches: improving existing Western products, progressive monitoring and tightening of quality control of their productions, developing the work improvement team or WITS system. That will be after World War II, during the Showa period. Especially in the 1960s and 70s. And also developing the plan, do, check, action approach to work improvement. Now, these are the 4 major areas in Japanese history where Kaizen was widely used. Now, with this brief knowledge on understanding of what Kaizen is, do you embrace Kaizen? I hope that you are able to embrace Kaizen. With this, thank you for watching.